Hey everybody, welcome back. This week is sea salt and peppercorn. So this video is going to focus on the peppercorn. So let's dive in. All right, so here we have the setup. As you can see, I have the peppercorn on a pin. I have 3 flashes. The power escapes my head right now, so I'll put it on the bottom. But I have 2 flashpoint zoom lions. One's going to lit up the background. One's going to be 45-degree angle on the subject, and the flashpoint Evolve 200 Pro is going to be on the other 45 angle onto the subject. I'll be using the Laowa 25mm 2.5 to 5 times lens, and we have that set at f4 and 4.5 magnification, and as always the Canon R6 II. So the first thing we want to do is we want to take the numbers that we're going to be using, plug them into a calculator, and find out what our prime or optimal step size is, which is how far the rail is going to move, and then take a picture how far it's going to move and take another picture. I've already done that. And I also have it set, as you can see right here, for 4 seconds. So the rail is going to move, it's going to wait 4 seconds, it's going to fire off a shot, it's going to move 4 seconds, fire off a shot. Yeah. I do that because I want my system to settle down. I don't want any excess moving from the little jerks that it does when it moves. You can see right here I already have the steps put in. I'm just gonna hit save. So now what we want to do, we want to get everything in focus that we want in focus and everything out of focus that we don't want in focus. So let's move forward on the rail and see when we start seeing something come in focus. Okay, so I'm starting to see a little bit on the front of the peppercorn in focus. So let's back out a little bit. I'm going to step back a little tiny bit. We're going to call that our start point. And then we're going to move forward until we get what we want. Oh, I still have a little bit in focus. Still a little bit more in focus, but let's just step forward. Still a little bit more in focus. All right, right about there. Don't worry about the pen. That's going to be removed in post. We're going to call that our end point. As you can see, the rail is going to move 5.49 millimeters total, and it's going to rattle off about 122 shots. As you know, it's going to always take one extra, so it's going to be 123 shots, and it's going to take 616 seconds. Don't worry, you're not going to set through it. I'm going to speed the shot up. So let's calibrate our machine, take that backlash off. Let's get my ugly face out of here. Let's put the camera on and let's start this up. Okay, so we're coming in the last couple pictures now, and it's going to end, and then you can see the rail is going to start moving back here shortly. Right now, that should be the last picture. So we're done. I'm going to stop real quick, grab the card, throw it in the computer, and put it in Helicon Focus. We're going to do some stacking in there, and then after the stacking is done, we're going to throw it in the Lightroom so we can see what the output looks like and see if it's even worth editing or if we have to start all over again. So bear with me, give me 1 second, and I'll get right back with you. Hey everybody, welcome back. So as you can see, we have the files. I took them off my SD card, put them where I want them in my Shutter drive that I have. 122 documents, 2.96 gigs of data. So we're going to move these up into Helicon Focus so we can start that process. So let's go ahead and jump in there. Let's do that real quick, drop them. And as you can see right here, it's starting to just import them all. It goes really fast. You know, okay, so now they're all imported. One thing I want to make clear to you, don't worry about the pen. We're going to remove that in post. So we got 122 photos in there, and now we're going to start the process of stacking them and then lining them and making them into one pretty picture, hopefully, so we can take those over to Photoshop and do some editing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to render all 3 methods. I'm going to do method A, B, C, usually method B. If you're watching my other videos, it works the best for me. Sometimes A looks good and B looks good. Sometimes I'll merge those together and make a hybrid. Method C, I hardly ever use, with the exception of it always produces the best background. So sometimes I'll import method C over to Photoshop 2, edit method B, and then use the background from method C into method B, so it looks a little bit prettier. But this was all taken in studio. with flashes, controlled environment. So, I shouldn't have to do that, but we never know. So let's render out method A, B, and C. Don't worry, I'm going to fast forward to all these so you guys can just see, what they look like when they're done. So let's go ahead and jump into this right now. Okay, so it looks like we are done. So now what I'll do is I will take these and bring them into Lightroom and just look at them so I can see them bigger than what they are on the screen right now, because, you know, it's hard. It's hard to see, but this is what it looks like. So let's do that right now, and I'll get back with you in a second. You just got to come up here and we're going to save all. And I'm going to save it as a DNG. It's going to go in a new subfolder. The subfolder is going to be called Meth ABC. And once I hit OK, it'll populate. It automatically populates right where they pulled the things from, hence source folder, right? So let's just go back to my other screen here, and you can see you're going to see a folder pop up right here, right when I hit OK. Oop, there it is. It's going to start putting the items in there, as you can see. And once all 3 items get in there, I usually get a little thing in my screen here, up here, that says 3 items or 3 things imported successfully, something to that effect. So let me pause you right here, and let's bring you into Lightroom so we can see what these pictures look like, to see if we even want to edit these or if we need to go back to the drawing board. Okay, so here they are. Got all 3 uploaded in Lightroom. And I normally don't do any editing in Lightroom. I just use it so I can look at the bigger pictures of them, decide which one I want to edit, if I want to restack, or if I just want to start all over again. So this is the method A right here. As you can tell, there's some ghosting. You're going to get ghosting no matter what. You're always going to have it. That's just the nature of the beast when you do some stacking. And it's easily taken care of by doing some clone stamps or spot remover heal tool. You can always use that. All right, so let's go to B. Let's see what B looks like, because B is usually what's best for me, but sometimes it's not. And there's B. We got a lot more cloning. I mean, not cloning, but a lot more ghosting in B than we do A. Let's come back to A. I think A looks the best as for ghosting anyway right now, but there's some softness right here. It looks like, let's see what it looks like in B. Yeah, you can see that. Maybe C. Let's see what C looks like. Wow. Okay, so, whoops, where'd it go? There we go. It looks like C is the beast. I'm not too happy with the overall brightness of it. It looks a little overexposed. So, yeah. I guess that's what we're going to have to do. Yeah. So I'm going to monkey around with C, and we'll go from there. Stay tuned, and I'll show you the output of it, as in the final product. And thanks for watching. So here's what it looks like after I'm done.